Hey everybody, SIMPLEFX. Welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watching this video right now. My channel has been growing fast and steady for the last couple of weeks, which is great. My Telegram group has been growing really well. I'm getting messages from students, from people watching my videos, telling me how much my videos have helped them, how well my course has been helping them see a lot more improvement in their trading. So it really makes me happy and makes my heart proud to see and to know that I'm helping so many people, and my reach is reaching out to as many people as they can get to, and it's really amazing. So this video is going to be mostly about just my Forex journey, a lot of questions that I get asked inbox on a daily basis, just to clear the air, give everybody just a video about everything that they have to ask me about with my Forex journey, about my course, about how I got to where I am now, the pitfalls that I had to deal with, and just how I got to where I am today. But before I get into that, I will say that my videos that involved a lot of my breakdowns on how I caught, really good moves, my back-to-back 10K days, my 20K day trade, I had all those on my channel. And I recently took them down because I was told that I was releasing too much or divulging too much information in those videos. And I was just putting too much out there, too much. So I do have them up currently, but by the time some of you see this video, they'll probably be private again. I will make them available to students of mine that have them, because they do contain a lot of information. So if you actually saw the videos before I took them down, then lucky you. But if you haven't, if you want to see them, they're really good videos. They include a lot of information. So if you do want to see those videos, just become a student of mine, and I will gladly make them available to you, because I want to see everybody succeed. And even the free content that I have on my channel will still be valuable information, will still be enough information to help people, get better with their trading, help out with their psychology and such. So anyway, let's get into the video, okay? So let's talk about how I started, what my journey was like with Forex, and how I got to where I am today. A lot of times I get the question of, how did I start with Forex? Who were my mentors? I actually started with Forex through IML, okay? I was with IML for about 4 or 5 months or so, until I, realized that it wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy my experience there, and I just wasn't getting out of it what I expected. So I left and I became a Wall Street Academy student. I was with Wall Street for roughly 9 or 10 months or so, before I actually transitioned over to other courses, because I wasn't finding the, consistency that I was looking for with my trading. And then long story short, I finally came over to market fluidity. I became a market fluidity student, and that's where I actually found a lot of consistency. That's how I found that I was a better scalper than I was anything else, and that was where I was able to hone in on my skills, refine everything that I knew, and was able to become, a consistently profitable trader as I am today. So that's my journey. That's basically, in a nutshell, how I started. I went from IML to Wall Street Academy to market fluidity, and now I'm on my, doing my own thing, having, my own platform with my own students, and taking what I learned from all of those and transitioning them over to helping other people with their Forex journeys. Okay. Another question I get is, how much did I spend to learn Forex? And this is something that everybody goes through. Okay, I spent quite a bit of money in my first year of learning. I spent roughly about $60,000 between buying courses, between paying for mentorship, one-on-one classes with my mentors, and blowing accounts, because I was very impatient when I first started. I was very greedy. I wanted to jump into the pool, both feet, not taking my time to learn the process, not taking my time to, get myself, the time that I needed to actually learn how to trade. So when I finally did slow down and do that, I slowed down with the losses a little bit, but even though, even when you know how to trade, you're still going to take losses. So along my first year and a half of trading, I actually blew about $60,000. But to this day, I've made all that back. I've made all that back and then some trading. So it's actually a really good trade-off. You have to look at trading and losing, I won't say losing money, but spending money on trading as if it's an education, as if you're paying for your tuition and you're hoping to get a job after you graduate. Once you become consistent with trading and you know everything there is to know about trading, or get as close to that as you can, because you never really know everything. Trading is a constant learning experience. But nonetheless, as long as when you know as much as you do know, you're definitely going to use that to get the job, if you will, and become a consistent, profitable trader. And just that's what it takes. You cannot be frugal with it. You can't be cheap with it. You can't think that you're going to go off on your own and take it on your own, because it's such a difficult skill to acquire. It takes a lot of studying, a lot of chart time, and the easiest route to go with to becoming a profitable trader is to find yourself a reputable mentor or a really good course that teaches the style of trading that you want to learn, that the type of person that you are, because if not, it's going to be a long and a bumpier road than it can be if you decide to go that other route and go on about it on your own. So getting a course, becoming a good trader, you can't have one without the other. Okay, you kind of have to go that route. Another question I get is, when did it click for you? When did everything kind of come together for me? It really clicked for me when I saw that my win ratio percentage was higher than my losses. Basically, that is how you know you're a profitable trader. When you're winning a lot more than you're losing, that is when you're doing it consistently from a weekly to a monthly basis. That's pretty much how you know that you're onto something. You're onto something, and you know what you're doing, and you just got to continue what you're doing and don't deviate from it. Create yourself a trading plan, stick to what you know, be disciplined with your trades, and some way, somehow, if you do that, you will find a level of consistency that you wouldn't find if you didn't have that. Okay. Another question that I get is, what is SimpleFX? SimpleFX Academy is my course. It's my course that I created 2 months ago. And I teach price action scalping. That is what I trade. That is what I teach. It requires the use of no indicators. Okay, I teach how to just read market structure and price action, and how to scalp the market to make yourself consistent profits every day on a smaller basis as opposed to a larger basis when it comes to swing trading or intraday trading. SimpleFX, basically, it's me. It's you're buying me is what it is. Okay, yes, I have the course for you to study from, but you're buying me because as a mentor, I take pride in my work. I take pride in teaching my students, and with me, I want to make sure that each and every one of my students that buys my course has everything they need to succeed. So if that means providing one-on-ones, providing training webinars, talking to them, more on a personal basis, trying to figure out what it is they're having trouble with. These are things that I like to focus on because everyone needs some sort of specialized assistance when it comes to trading because there's so much involved. Everybody can have a different, level of difficulty with it. Everyone's learning curve is different. So everybody needs a different kind of help. Some people grasp it right away and they're able to take it and run with it. Other people kind of need a little bit more time to understand a lot of the topics. But with SimpleFX Academy, it takes all of the complications out of trading. All of the several courses that are out there involve the use of indicators, which makes courses very they fill the courses with a lot more filler, if you will, because learning how to use indicators is not easy. Every indicator is different. They all require a different level of knowledge. So when you're teaching also how to use indicators, you're teaching a different kind of trading also. So I teach more fundamental trading rather than the technical analysis side of trading. Even though you need both to learn how to trade properly, there are different styles and different methods of trading. And my style of trading is very, I won't use the word easy, but it is simple. That's why I named the course SimpleFX, because it is a simpler way of trading as opposed to the more complicated, more convoluted way, which is using technical analysis, using indicators and things like that. So if you come and you purchase my course and you become a student of mine, you will get a level of attention from me that you probably wouldn't get from other mentors. I message my students back. I'm very hands-on with them. I like to know that my students are succeeding, and that is what you're buying from me, is the value that I provide to my students for getting my course. And like I said, I want to see everybody become successful, and the majority of my students are very successful with my course. I have students messaging me every day thanking me for what I provided to them and helping them level up in their trading journey. Okay. Another question that I often get is, what is my motivation? My motivation for trading is mostly basically to prove the people wrong that doubted me on my journey. Okay. All the people that told me to quit, all the ones that were never really there to support me on my way. I kind of had a point to prove to them. But aside from that, my motivation now is mostly to just prove to myself that I could do something great with myself. I can be an inspiration to other people. I can help out as many people as I can. And I want to see at least 1,000 students become consistently profitable by 2022. So in the next year and a half, I want to see 1,000 students that came up from under me become successful with their trading and be able to move on and help other people as well. Just kind of pass the buck and pay it forward and keep it going, because trading is an excellent vehicle to find financial freedom. It is not for everybody, but it is for anyone who's willing to put in the time and the effort and what it takes to become successful at it. Okay. So another question that I get all the time is, do I provide signals? Do you give signals, Charlene? Do you get signals? No, I do not give signals. Okay. Everybody that's a trader that shows wins, that shows a lot more wins than they do their losses, doesn't mean that they don't take losses. Everybody takes losses, and giving out signals requires possibly taking losses every once in a while, because you're not always right. So with me, I don't give out signals. First of all, I don't give them out because I don't believe in giving out signals. You do have that group of people who are not interested in trading at all. They don't care about trading. They don't want to learn. They're just looking for a vehicle to place money into and have a certain level of return come back to them from that. Now, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for the ones that do want to trade or are too lazy to learn how to trade, they look to signals. You know, they want to just sit back and take signals. People like that badge me about signals, I send them over to IML, or I tell them I don't give signals. If you want signals and you want someone that's going to promise you riches off signals, go to IML. But don't come to me for that, because I'm not going to give that. I am a mentor that I teach people how to trade. If you're not interested in learning how to trade and becoming your own signal, then I'm not the one for you. So no, I don't give signals. I don't go off signals. Will I ever provide a signal service? I don't know what the future holds for me right now. But for now, that's not anywhere on my to-do list as far as my goals for the upcoming months or years coming up for trading, at least. What was my biggest day in the market? I get that question a lot also. And I kind of don't like when I get that question, because it shows me that people are the people that are asking me questions like that, or are more focused on the money side of Forex, and they're like, you know, mesmerized by how much money some people are making at it, which there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you know, should you be asking somebody about their pockets and what their bank account looks like? Probably not, right? But they do it anyway because they can. They get that question all the time. But to answer the question, my biggest day in the market was 22,000 was my biggest day. On the flip side of that, a question I get a lot is, what is my biggest loss? My biggest loss is 7,000. That's the most I've lost in a single day. In trading, the most I've lost in a week was $9,000 in 1 week, which hurt really bad. Okay. My biggest day was, okay. When did it click for you? I think I answered that already. When did it click was when I became consistent. Everything came together for me. How do you gain confidence to raise your lot size? Okay. The way you gain confidence to raise your lot size basically comes with your win percentage. If you see that you're winning a lot more than you're losing, and your win ratio is high, your analyses are playing out correctly all the time, then really you're doing well. The only difference is your lot size. Usually as a scalper, you kind of have to use a generous size lot size to see a real return, because you're catching such a small move in the market. So a lot of my course, for instance, I won't say specializes, but a lot of my course focuses a lot on psychology, because the psychology aspect of trading plays a big part in the money part, because you're making money really quickly on a high, fast pace basis, and that comes with a lot of mental issues at times, because a lot of people, you know, you've never made that kind of money in your life before, you know, you had to learn a skill to do it, granted, but when it hits you really hard. So you have to learn how to manage that type of income that you're making now. You got to know how to manage your trades, not to be greedy. A lot of that comes with discipline as well. So becoming consistent with your trades is all you need for you to have enough confidence in yourself to raise your lot size. Because the day I started using, went from 1 lot, 2 lot, 3 lot, 4 lot, all of that just came from confidence. Confidence. Trading is all confidence. If you have enough confidence in yourself, trading becomes a little bit easier. You know, you take a little bit of the emotion out of it, and you just focus on facts that you have in front of you, not opinions, not anything like that. The easier it becomes for you to have the confidence that you need to start raising your lot sizes and to be controlling of the greater amount of money that you're going to be bringing in from your trading. Okay, so those are some of the main questions that I get. I had a couple more, but they aren't as important as those were. But I don't want to keep this video too long either. But this video, basically, I just want to stress that getting a mentor for your trading journey is very important. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody usually starts differently and ends kind of the same way, right? Some of us start from IML. Some of us start getting a mentor. Some of us start trying to be self-taught, you know, using baby pips or YouTube or things like that. But along that journey, a lot of it is the same, because you're going to lose money, you're going to blow accounts, you're going to buy several courses, you're going to go through ups and downs, you're probably going to quit even a few times. But it's all up to the individual for you to tell yourself, you know, how bad do you really want it? What is your motivation to want to continue trading? You know, can you look at somebody online that's trading and seeing this 18-year-old making, you know, $20,000 a month and say to yourself, hey, can I do that? You know, this person doesn't have anything that you didn't have. You know, they probably had it harder than you do now. So you have to ask yourself, what is your motivation? What is your why? And is your why strong enough to get you through all of those obstacles that you're going to face when it comes to becoming successful at trading? Because all of that comes together. All of that works hand in hand. And if you really want it bad enough, you will stick it out. You will stick it out. And if you don't, then you're going to quit and go off and do something else. But does it make you a bad person if you quit and you decide that it's not for you? Absolutely not. Sometimes you can have a lot more respect for somebody to call it quits at something, because sometimes it takes an outside source to make us believe that, you know, something just is not for us. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have that negative mindset, but at the same time, you got to be realistic with yourself and what you want in your mind. You have to want it more than somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I tell this to my students all the time. I can't want the success for you more than you want it for yourself. You got to want it for yourself, and then you got to reach out to me and say, hey, Charlene, what can I do here? How can I fix this? What can I do there? Tell me you need the help, and I will do whatever I have to do to get you to that next level. Okay, but you got to take that step first. You got to want it bad enough. You got to X out all the negative talk that's in your mind, all the doubt that you have, you know, all of that. Put that to the side and just focus on facts. Focus on what's in front of you, and I guarantee you will make it with Forex. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And a lot of people say, you know, if you knew about Forex years ago, you know, would you be a lot further than you are now? And you can say yes, you can say no. But I can tell you right now, from my point of view, if I had found Forex, you know, when I was in my 20s, I probably wouldn't have recognized it as the opportunity that it is today. Sometimes you're at a different place in your life where you're not ready to take on an endeavor such as this. And you may not recognize a good opportunity when you see one, because you're in a bad place in your life. 2 years ago, I was in a really difficult place in my life, and I had to do what I had to do to pull myself out of that. And Forex was one of the vehicles that I used to throw myself into, to forget about all the problems and all the bad things that I was going through emotionally in my life. And has it helped me come a long way? Absolutely. Absolutely. I was able to prove to myself that I can actually do it, and can I help other people do it as well? That's the journey that I'm on right now. So if I can accomplish one thing, I can accomplish the other if I just put my mind to it. So that's what you have to do. You have to find what your why is, and then use that as your motivation to propel you into the next phase of your life. And if now is not the time for you, then take a break, give it some time, try under other endeavors, take on other experiences, and see if those might be for you. Because Forex is a great opportunity for anybody who wants it, but it can also be a terrible opportunity for somebody, because you can blow a lot of money doing it, and it doesn't mean just because you blew a lot of money that you're going to be successful. There's no guarantees at all. It's one big gamble. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to end this video, you know, on a positive note, and say thank you again for watching this video. My Telegram group link is going to be below. If you're able to watch the breakdown videos that I have up for free right now, go ahead and do that, because they will be taken down soon. I will be dropping a lot more videos. I'll try to be a little better consistent about dropping more videos. I try to come up with topics that I know that people want to hear about on my videos. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm always dropping Instagram stories just about every day on SIMPLEFX. And check out my course. You know, if you're a struggling student that hadn't found any kind of success with Forex, and you still want to go at it, and you're looking for a course with a mentor that's gonna take care of you and see you through to the finish line, definitely check out SIMPLEFX, and you won't regret it. Absolutely, you won't regret it. Okay, guys. So thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate the time. Please like, please subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you can be notified every time I drop a new video, and I will see you guys on the next trade.